Are you ready?
This is the Mack of all trades, the mouthpiece of the South, the new IWTV World Champion. This is AC Mack. And if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling.
Welcome to the We Love Wrestling spot. My name is Trady. Today, I got Nicole from Down for the Count, and I got Suzette Victoria, both joining us, both a part of We Love Wrestling. I've been telling y'all that we needed to go talk to our champions. We need to go get our champions and talk to them on the show. I went and got the independent wrestling television world champion. He's he's born and raised in the
Yes.
SWATs of Atlanta, Georgia. He's weighing in today at a whopping, because he's been eating some good fish, 223 pounds. It's the Mack of all trades. It's the loud mouth, Mr. AC Mack.
Yo, what's up, man? What's
How
up,
you
y'all?
doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I had a full day of work. I'm back home. I'm good. Glad to be home.
I usually ask the first question, but I just got to ask this. How you feeling today being the IWTV champion?
Oh, it's great. I'm still trying to get used to it, believe it or not. We're over 50 days in, and I'm still like trying to get used to it, get used to being treated differently for the better, getting used to being paid differently, getting used to the different opponents, bigger names, bigger shows, more exposure. So it's been nothing but great. 2022 has been really great to AC Mack.
50 days on its way to 100. Let's go. So, the first question I always ask is, why do you love wrestling? / what started your love for wrestling?
I love wrestling because of the entertainment side of it, the pageantry, the theater, the storytelling, the long-term storylines. Very, very big on that. The presentation of wrestling, the entrances, the music, the pyro, the fact that everybody has a specific character or a specific mannerisms and things like that. That's why I fell in love with wrestling. I've always been a fan of theater, and I've always been a fan of combat. So you put those together, and wrestling is like the perfect marriage of it. I fell in love with it just because when I was young, the Attitude Era was hot, and that was like when the wrestling was the hottest that it's ever been. It was just a cool thing to watch, and I didn't know what it was. I just saw my friends reference it so much that I finally just kind of gave it a chance, kind of checked it out, and I was just hooked ever since.
So, you talked about the character and the artistry of it. What went into your character at AC Mack? I mean, let the people know.
It was a few things. I loved The Rock's 2003 heel run. It was very, 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 very short, but very underrated. Obviously, things like Mr. Kennedy. And outside of wrestling, my favorite artist of all time is Kanye West. I know he's a little out there, but like that bravado, that cockiness, that eccentric kind of like obsession with being in the spotlight and making sure things are always on him. I wanted to bring that to pro wrestling. So those are like a few of my inspirations.
Oh, so a bunch of questions just popped in my head. But before I even do that,
don't judge me.
No, you good. I'm gonna let Nicole come up first, and then I'm gonna let Suzette go, and I'm gonna come back later. But I'm gonna come back to that.
So hi AC, thanks for coming on here with us today.
Thank you.
Just to piggyback a little bit off the Kanye thing, because I love Kanye West as well. I feel like everyone is allowed to have one or two problematic faves, and he's definitely one of mine. So I understand. So speaking of Kanye West, because obviously you said you use kind of take a little bit of his bravado and kind of warp it into your own. So if you say Kanye was like, I want to be a wrestler, and what would you pick for his finishing move for him?
Oh my gosh. Um, he's a shorter guy, so
Hell of a question.
yeah, I've never been asked that before. It would be something Smash Mouth though. It wouldn't be anything pretty. Um, I know he's a big Steve Austin fan,
Mhm.
so he needs something quick, something he can do to anybody. So I'm gonna give him the stunner, the Stone Cold Stunner.
Mm.
Appropriate on 316 days,
Yeah,
so I
right.
appreciate
Oh
that.
wow, damn. Yeah, I did not do that on purpose. Oh, that works out so perfectly.
So, I know you spoke again. Congratulations on being the IWTV
Thank you.
heavyweight championship. So I know. So you also spoke about um, not like getting treated differently, but in a good way. Um, how much has your career so far prepared you for being in that type of role right now?
Prepare me. Oh man. I mean, I feel like any and everything that I've done within pro wrestling, as far as like the opponents that I faced, the shows that I've done, being trained by AR Fox, being thrown in the fire in some cases to where maybe I was pushed a little too early, and it kind of
Mhm.
forced me to learn. It forced me to grow. Being in a lot of uncomfortable spots, being in the ring with people I never thought I'd be in the ring with, um, having to present the world of pro wrestling to people outside of it, to make them understand it, to present it to my job, and try to marry the two and just try to get
Yeah.
them to understand. I think it kind of gives me a different, what do I want to say? I guess appreciation for wrestling,
Mhm.
to be able to look at it from their perspective as well. Um, the movies that I've watched, the music that I listen to, uh, being a radio personality at Georgia State, being in theater as a child, just there's so many different small things that have kind of brought me to this moment, or to this reign, or to this point in my career. So I kind of look back, and it's funny because there was no plan. There were just small things that just kind of happened that all came together to make this. So thank God.
So, just one more question before I kick it over to the lovely Suzette. So,
Mhm.
we've talked to quite a few people on a lot of these spotlights who have been trained by AR Fox. I feel like he's still an unsung hero on the
Yes.
independent scene, especially curating a lot of the wonderful talent that we have seen, like move on and move up, but also the crop right now. So what has been your favorite thing that you learned from him, or I want to say like the thing that has really helped you the most so far that you've learned from him today?
Ooh, I think the most fun thing, or the best thing that I've learned from him, is that um, no doesn't exist in pro wrestling.
Hmm.
If you, he always says, if you have an idea, as long as it's safe, go for it. He will never tell you no. If you have an idea, he'll always give you a suggestion to make it even better, or he'll change it, or whatever the case may be. But there's never a no. There's never a no. You can't do that, because wrestling is so
No,
subjective. It's so open, and the more unique you are, the more you bring to the table, and the more the whole industry as a whole will grow. So I really enjoyed the fact that nobody was ever wrong, if that makes sense. People were allowed to be themselves.
I absolutely love that, and I do agree because I feel like some people, and I'm not trying to like call out people. I feel like in general, I feel like there's just like a
You
lot of
can, I
people
can't.
who,
That's on you.
yeah, well, I won't because trying to be professional. But I feel like there's just a lot of copy and paste going on throughout the industry in general, and I think this is from literally every corner of the aspect. So, and that's one thing I've always appreciated about AR, and I'm glad that he's really instilling into everyone is to be unique, be yourself,
Yeah.
because there's too many people who are copy and paste of another person who is a copy and paste of another person. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I'm out of here.
Well
you're,
said.
you're not
But
wrong.
I'm gonna kick it over to Suzette.
Word. Hello,
That's in trouble.
AC.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. I'm excited to be here. So, to kind of piggyback off of what Nicole said. So, well, your answer. So, you were in theater. Did a radio, broadcast or something like that in high school or college.
Yeah, yeah, in college, I was
Okay.
DJ Mack and Cheese on our radio station.
Uh, okay. So, have you ever been, because you have such a loud personality, a loud character. So, is that you, or is like your character just like you amplified times 10,
I
or
think it's
is
I think it's me amplified times 10. It's me emulating a lot of my drunk uncles in South Georgia. A little bit of like the Kanye West bravado, like I said, the Rox Hill persona. But mainly, yeah, it's just all of that turned up because I am the opposite of all that in real life. I'm very, very chill in real life.
right? Okay, yeah, I figure the ones that are like very loud, they're like really reserved in person. So I was
Yeah.
curious about that. So is that your chance to kind of release all of that and just bring that side out of you and just have fun with it?
Yeah, I think so. I never really thought about it like that, but yeah, you're right. Like I'm chill. I don't really let too many things get to me. I don't blow up like that. So when I'm out there, when that red light's on, I finally get to release a lot of that. So yeah, I agree.
Right. So you kind of plan to be like this loudmouth, like standout character, or did you have an idea at first, or was that the
Um,
goal the whole time? Is just to like steal the shine?
no, not at all. The only thing I knew was that I wanted to be a chicken shit heel. I thought those roles were so much fun. I always enjoyed them
Right.
when I was watching WWE. They were just funny to me. It was like everybody wants to be the tough guy. Everybody wants to be the main John Cena kind of guy. And I just thought it was funny. People like Mr. Kennedy or like JBLs or
Yeah.
Booker T's, like they were just funny to me. Like I enjoy
Right.
watching them run away from the cool guy. So I knew I wanted to do
And look,
that.
JBL as a heel was
Yo,
hilarious. Like '05 through
gold.
'07 was gold. And when
Yes,
he like had the
yes.
belt and he would do like the extra long entrance with the like ridiculously long fireworks set, I thought it was
Yeah.
gold. I was like, he is so arrogant and like this is perfect. I thought it
I
was
love
hilarious.
I love people like that who commit to like unconventional roles. So like you mentioned JBL or any other heel that was just, everybody else is kind of scared to play the scared guy or the weak guy. Like just commit to it. It's so much fun. So I always lean towards that. So I knew I wanted to do that, but
Hmm.
everything else just kind of fell into place.
Right, right. And you're doing it well, doing it
Thank you. Thank
exceptionally
you.
well. So I have another question for you. A little bit off topic from what we're talking about,
Mhm.
but you are, well, first let's start off by saying IWTV it just was recognized maybe like 6 months ago as a world championship by
Mhm.
PWI and all of that. So huge accomplishment. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you are the first LGBT world champion,
Yes, the
like
first
of color,
openly
correct?
gay one. Yes. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Openly. Okay.
Mhm.
Dope. So I mean, I know this is cliche, but how does that feel? Like, do you feel like it's like you like? I mean, this is a big deal, right?
Yeah, it's a big deal, and I always tell people I still don't believe it. I'm still trying to grasp it all. It is overwhelming in the best way possible. Um, the anxiety is definitely there. The pressure is definitely there. But what I love about that is that the most of the LGBT community that I've talked to since winning it, they're supporting me. They hit me up constantly, and they're constantly giving me, words of encouragement because it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard being that guy all the time. So they're on my
Mm-hmm.
side, and that makes me feel a lot better. I have a lot of people, a lot of influential people in the industry that are on my side, and that makes me feel great. But yes, it is. It's a
Amen to
lot.
that.
It's a lot. I definitely need my me moments more often, but it's crazy. I still,
Oh
like I
yeah,
said, I still can't believe it. Yeah.
yeah, because that kind of comes with like a responsibility, and it's like
Right.
this is different, so everybody's on it. So Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take anyone else's questions, but I mean, did you like last question, but I mean, were you always, as far as the industry, openly gay, or was this just kind of something recent where you're like, I'm gonna be out there, or
I came out in college before I started training to wrestle. Once I started training, there was somebody that told me that I should kind of keep it under wraps. You know, that's not what this industry is about. Nobody wants to see that. Luckily, that person is long gone, and things have changed tremendously since then. So yeah, since wrestling for the most part, I've always been out. Still a private, reserved guy. I'm not waving the flag at all times, but if somebody were to ask me, I would always be honest and tell them. So
right?
I would say, yeah, I was out.
Right. But I bet that's such an inspiration for so many young people, so many people that want to get into wrestling or they're worried because of that whole alpha
Yeah.
male. I know that's a huge responsibility, and but I know that you're inspiring so many young people that you don't even know of yet. And
Mhm.
just keep doing your thing because you never know
Yeah.
who's watching. There's probably someone that's scared, or it's a alpha male. It's a lot of
Yeah.
egos. It's a lot of trying to be something or not. So yeah,
Yeah.
I can only imagine whose lives you're changing, or what little kid is sitting down watching you and like just screaming and jumping inside because you're so like just unapologetic and just you, and
Mhm.
you're not trying to pretend to be anything else. So
Yeah.
that's dope.
I agree. That's what's exciting about it. I can't wait to see what comes from it. You're right. We just want to make this, we say wrestling is for everyone. We want to make that as true and as honest as we can. We want every community to be represented. We want everybody to feel like if this is what I want to do, they shouldn't have any doubts coming into it. They should know already that they're going to be accepted regardless. So that's the goal.
Amen. It means even more. You're a black man in the South. It's
Yeah.
2022, so let's get it.
We checking off so many
And you're
boxes.
really from Atlanta. Like, I haven't met a lot
Yes.
of people in Atlanta that are actually from Atlanta. So
Yes, that is not a gimmick. Born and raised in Atlanta, Cascade, Campbellton, right there by the beautiful. This is not a game, guys. I'm
oh, so
from
you like
Atlanta.
West Side. You really
Yeah,
from the
super
swamp.
West Side. Yeah, yeah,
The West End. We don't go over there unless we go into the hair store. But all right, well, I mean, Trey, I'll go ahead and kick it back to you.
Not the hair store.
Yo, I know nobody caught that. We don't go in
I
there
caught
unless it's
it.
the
I
hair
caught
store.
it. It's
I
Soldier
did.
Boy.
Just being real.
All
Right
right.
over there by the mall in West End with the city trends and
Yep. They got Slutty Vegan over there though. They dope. I love Slutty Vegan.
Oh, that's
Hey,
such a great
I
restaurant.
think I went there too.
we talked about Slutty Vegan at Black Wrestlers Matters. Before we get
Mhm.
into that, though, Kanye, your favorite Kanye
Greasy
lyric.
goodness.
What'd you say? I missed
What's
it.
your favorite Kanye lyric?
Lyric. Oh, I can give you a favorite album. I don't know if I can give you a favorite lyric.
Favorite album.
Oh my gosh. Dark Fantasy is my favorite album.
Okay. Okay.
Favorite lyric, I might have to get back to you after like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. Dark fantasy, I can feel that.
Dark Fantasy is your favorite?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Did y'all so I had got something in my eye earlier. So let's talk about this. The IWTV champion,
Yeah.
just the other day I saw Beyonce say something to you. Said a person that's not scared to defend a title up there in the Northeast where they at, but you won't
Yeah.
defend your title unless it's below the Mason Dixon line,
Yeah.
which is a beautiful thing. But how did this come about? Like, why did you put that stipulation on? I mean, I know why, but
Yeah. I put that stipulation out because in indie wrestling, yeah, when I was training, in order to be successful or in order to make it, the notion was that, oh, you need to go up north. You need to go up north. You need to go up north. Every time a big indie show happens, they host it up north. When you think of big indie names, you think of the names of the people that live up north or are from up north. And I resented that for so long, having to pay my dues and drive up there almost every weekend to try to get noticed. I didn't think that was fair because we had so much talent down here, so much talent down here that I just didn't understand why it wasn't at least evenly split. And so I went up there. I performed at all the biggest promotions beyond. I've done AIW. I did the Uncharted Territory thing. I did Evolve when they were here, and things just weren't jumping off. So I kind of put stock into the region down here, and I made sure to do as many big promotions down here as I could. And luckily, it caught wind. Luckily, my name was kind of floating around more and more. I won the SCI tournament. I won the Rumble, and I finally won the big one. And, when you win the big one, you call the shots. That championship goes where I want it to go. So since I want to bring spotlight and exposure to the Southeast region, and all of the great, many, many talents that we have down here, that's where I'll keep it. That's where the championship will be defended. Now, ironically, my second defense, I actually did go up there.
You did?
And I defended it against Willow Nightingale.
Don't
so that's why I ain't understand. No, I'm going to tell him. I didn't understand why he was talking shit like that on Twitter, because not only did I defend my championship, but I went into that same building. I defeated her, and I took Uncharted Territory from them, and we're bringing it down south to Chattanooga, Tennessee. So everything that he's saying that I won't do, I've already done.
Whoa.
I did it with him on commentary. He was right there in my face when I did it.
Whoa. Did I hear that correctly?
I mean, yeah, hypocrisy is running amok right now, because
did you just say
all of them wrong?
Uncharted Territory is coming to Tennessee?
Yeah, Uncharted Territory is coming to Tennessee. It's going to be at the TWE Arena on Monday nights, starting May 9th, every single week. So now we're going to have even more spotlight put on the South. We're going to have new people that you've never heard of who will blow your mind come out there and perform every Monday night. Tickets are on sale.
I'm
You can
in
go
there.
get them. It's going to be fun.
I'm in there.
It's a dope venue. They've got great production, and this entire region, like I keep saying, has great talent. So it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a fun summer.
Oh, it's the whole. Oh,
Right, I'll pay that $6 a gallon.
I'm coming to shows in June. Yep. You're gonna go ahead and rack that up. I got to check it out because I didn't want to go to the other area. But that's neither here or there. Black Wrestlers Matters. Saw AC Mack for the first time in a 4-way match.
Yep, fatal 4-way match.
Which was crazy. Doc Simmons, Zay Washington, Darian Benson.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot going on in that match, but you came out on top. How did you feel being at Black Wrestlers Matters, though?
I was so excited to be there. Like you said, that was my first one. I couldn't make it to the last few, but I was very, very happy to finally be there and to finally being with like top-notch Black talent too. You had ACH on the show. You had Myron Reed on the show. Like I was very proud, very, very proud to be a part of that. So we wanted to go out there. We were in a fatal 4-way, and we just wanted to make sure people remembered the match. We wanted to make sure they remembered us. And yeah, I feel like we did that. That was a fun show.
Definitely did.
Backstage was even more fun.
I can only imagine. So usually when we have people on the show, I always ask, so you was on the Black Wrestlers Matter show. Have you been on a show like that before, and do you feel like that maybe sometimes people may overlook you as a Black talent when those shows go on?
I have been on a show like that before. I've done GCWs for the Culture twice. At the Collective in Indiana, and then second time was during Mania Week in Florida. And what was the second part of your question?
I said, do you feel like sometimes people may overlook you for those shows? Because a lot of people say they get overlooked.
Wait a minute. I wouldn't say overlooked, no, because like I said, luckily I've been able to be on the shows, so no. I wouldn't say overlooked. I will say this though, that we have way more black talent than I initially thought. Just like with the BW 500, so like trying to cram as much representation in one show, it is extremely hard when you're trying to make sure every match is in a scramble or a multi-man or a tag. So it's gonna be hard. Inevitably, there will be people left out, but no, I don't feel that way. I'm at the cookout. I'm at the cookout.
I don't know. Yeah, y'all see my head like going right now because he said the horticulture in the at the collective. You
Yeah,
actually opened the show.
both times. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was there and I was trying to remember. So yeah, I do remember, yep, using that the scramble match I think they had at the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah. I was in a scramble match, and I thought that was cool because the very first one was in Indiana, and I opened the show with that scramble, and then my trainer AR Fox closed the show
He
with
did.
him and two Cold Scorpio, and they killed it. Oh,
People slept on that
oh,
match.
The fact
oh
that
my
Two Cold can
gosh,
still go like that.
it's scary. It's so scary. My God, I wasn't expecting that. They're both great, obviously, but I wasn't expecting that. Holy crap.
If you haven't seen that match, you need to go October 2024 to Culture. It was the first one. AR Fox and Two Cold Scorpio ended that night. I'm telling you, it was like 2:58 when we left. But when they
Ooh,
came out for
yeah,
that last match, it went from man, I'm kind of tired to they could go like 10 more minutes if they wanted to.
yeah.
Like that. Have you? This is me going to business for myself. Have you faced Too Cold before? Or
No, no, I haven't. I'd be down though.
okay, okay,
I'd be down. We can put the strap on the line. He gonna have to come down here though, but I can put the strap on the line. I'm ready. That'd be fun. I'm
okay,
here for it.
okay. Uh, you here for it? So, I mean, we gotta talk about some hits going on. This actual week, you'll be facing somebody who hit hard. You know,
Yeah,
um,
Real
yeah.
hard.
hit real hard. Since we here, can I tell him, Suzette?
Go ahead.
Look, I pushed for this match because I said these two need to face each other with him being the IWTV champion. So,
Yeah.
sir, are you gonna put that belt on the line against Mr. AJ Gray?
Mm, I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I like to do my things live. I like
Mm,
to, make my announcements or do my promos live. So I tell you what, I'll make my decision once my music hits at the venue. And once I get in that ring and once I get that
There it
mic,
goes.
you'll know my answer.
can't even hate that. That's greatness right there. You've been out here a lot. So, Gary Ashton, if you could pick three independent people to face, who would you pick? And
um,
we got one.
Trisha Dora, Darius Lockhart, and uh
I tried to make that
Shh, be quiet. Don't tell. Don't.
I'm not. You know what? I'll do Alec Price.
Oh,
Alec Price.
okay.
But yeah, so Trisha Dora. There's plenty more for the record too.
Okay.
For whoever's watching, there's plenty more. Trust me. But yes, Trisha Dora, Darius Lockhart, and Alec Price.
Alec Price been out here tearing it up.
Yeah,
Darius Lockhart,
A revolutionary.
yeah,
revolutionary, soon to be the NWA junior heavyweight champion.
yes. I'm here
Um,
for it.
now, when you say
I
Trisha
see
Dora,
that.
you both got titles,
Hmm.
championships, I should say.
Yeah.
Um, I mean,
I know where you're going with this. So many people have asked me this. I'm not in the business of unifying because I like the fact that they're two.
Oh no,
But
no unification at all. Mm-mm.
oh, okay, that's where I thought you were headed.
Oh no,
I get that one a lot. I'm like, yo,
we ain't unifying nothing. They made them both world champion. The championships recognized both on the same day. If you get the match with Trish Adora, wouldn't you like to walk around with that belt? That
oh,
Pan African?
yes, I've thought that for years. However long it's been, active, I've had my eyes on that. That's a pretty belt. Ooh, that's a pretty belt. That's a pretty belt. And I just know, like, I think she's great. I think she's an amazing person. I think she's an amazing talent. I feel like the match would be amazing. And I feel like my reign would be amazing.
Okay.
So.
So you saying if the match went down, you winning?
Yeah. What?
I'm just here to ask
confidence,
questions. I'm just here to ask questions.
Of course I'm winning. She got that lariat. AJ got that lariat. So once I beat AJ, I'll know what I'm doing. I'll know how to maneuver. I'm crafty. I got this.
Just taking some notes here, guys. Interesting. Larry, okay. So I had got something in my eye. Did they ask you about AR Fox and training at WW A4 or 4A? Did I say it right?
WWA 4, yeah. They did ask me a little bit about what I liked most about it. Yeah.
Okay. How I feel seeing AR Fox back out here because he was just on the GCW astronaut show, and my God, he just being trained by somebody who I feel like deserves a lot more respect than he's gotten and should have had a lot more opportunities. And the people, if y'all been watching, the people from his school right now are getting the notoriety they should be doing, and some champions
everywhere.
You hear?
Any type of wrestling that you see on TV, AR Fox is a part of that. I love that. I love that he's underrated. I truly and honestly think he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. And I say that because being under him and learning from him and seeing all that he brings to the table, people see him and they think, oh, he's a high flyer. And he is. But he knows every aspect of the game. If you are a grappler, if you are a striker, if you want to do other things, he's got you. He's not just teaching one way. He's not just teaching one avenue of wrestling. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend, if you are interested in training to wrestle, come on down here to Atlanta, pay that money and get on in there. I mean, it speaks for itself. He doesn't have to say anything. There's so many people in AEW. You got Theory, who's on WrestleMania. Myself, who's a world champion. You got Leon Ruff, who was a champion in NXT. It's everywhere. People killing it on the indies. MLW with Alex Kane. Like you could just go on and on and on. Like all of these people, I promise you, all of these people came from AR Fox. And he didn't start training until 2016. So that should tell you something.
Everybody comes on. It's the same thing. Everybody comes on and give praises to AR Fox. If y'all don't know AR Fox, please go look up his content and get from under the rock that you have been under.
The man knows what he's doing.
Fast-paced questions. If you wasn't wrestling, what would you be doing right
now? Probably acting. Yeah.
Thought you was gonna say slanging on the west side. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm just waiting.
State Farm pays me. You tripping?
We pull up on you at MLK.
Just out of ATL. You know what I'm saying? Favorite ATL artist.
Ooh. Right now, I'm gonna say 21 Savage.
21. Okay. If I was to go to,
I thought he was from the UK.
Chill out.
Well, he grew up here. When I found that out, I was like, wait, it's what? It's like the Twilight series.
Suzette, I try not to remember that. Come on.
Me neither.
God damn, that just
I
threw
like
me
his
off.
music, though. I really do. So
Yeah, he's
Okay,
really good.
if I was in Atlanta, I go to the Slutty Vegan. What should I order? What's your favorite thing?
Ooh, I don't know their menu like that. I'm sorry. Um, I don't know the menu like that, but I know their fries. Holy shit, their fries are great. Oh my gosh. I mean, all of the burgers are good, but like I remember thinking specifically, these fries taste way better than I was expecting.
Mm, okay, the fries. Write that down. All right, good, good, good.
yeah, the fries are definitely worth the wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's always a
They're
way.
really good.
There's always a way.
The fries are worth the wait.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I 100% agree.
All right, let's put that down. I usually lean in and I go, Rock or Stone Cold.
Rock.
And we didn't
Easily.
even have to think. Most people
Yeah.
are like,
That was
oh
very
man.
quick.
My top 5 favorite of all time. He's been number 1 since day one. It's always been Rock.
Let me cry right quick because when we started doing this last year and 2022 started, Nicole, give me this.
No, not on this day, not on this holy day.
It's not coming. It's not
316.
coming. It's not coming out on this day. So be cool. So the first 6 people we talked to all picked Stone Cold. But I'm
They picked
glad.
wrong.
Come on now. But I'm glad to say that the last 4 have picked The Rock.
Yes.
But it's a beautiful thing.
What's that from 05 looks like? That looks like a 05 model, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good, man. AC Mack just went up my list of one of my favorite wrestlers. Come on now. Let's go.
Just went on your list. What?
I said went up the list.
Oh, okay.
I don't usually do rankings, but when people come on, they own the list. But when they go pick The Rock, I'll be like, oh, I wasn't thinking enough about this person. They pick Stone Cold. I just keep them there, like I see, but none against nobody. I understand it's this day, but whatever. Nicole, Suzette, before we close out, y'all want to ask our world champion any more questions? Yeah, he my world champion. I was there.
I don't have any more questions. But again, just thank you so much for taking the time this evening to speak to us. I'm excited to see where you're going. I love and see, unfortunately you're not. I'm from the north. So unfortunately I will have to come down there to see you defend the title against someone. But I don't know. I'm just excited for this year for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry about that too.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
But okay, I just have one question. What's your earliest memory of wrestling? Whether you were watching TV, a pay-per-view, or saw a picture, like what's your earliest memory or the moment that made you say, I'm doing this?
My earliest memory,
Or
I
you can
remember
answer.
being in I'll do the first one. My earliest memory, I want to say I was like in first grade. And we were walking the halls, we were changing class, and I just remember everybody in the hallway just doing like the DX cross chops. And I was like, what the hell is that? That was before I had joined on, but I didn't know what was going on. That was the first thing I remember seeing, yeah.
Man, I remember I got suspended for doing that.
Yeah, a lot of us did.
Yeah, I was still in private school during that time, and we used to get in so much trouble we used to have to get talking to by a nun, and so we got caught doing that. So very fond memories.
Oh, I totally forgot this.
I was weird. I would take my mom's like spray deodorant and put DX all over the bathroom and
Yes.
stuff. So. Yeah, I know. I was
All right.
I don't feel so bad, dude. That's
all right. That's new. All right. Um, AC Mac, I can't close out without going back on to something that you said. All right.
Hmm.
So you a DJ, and you said
Yeah.
your name was DJ Mac and Cheese.
Yeah.
I know it's Mac because your name and Cheese, getting money and
Yeah.
everything. But if
Oh,
you had to
I'll
prepare a
take that.
if you had to prepare a musical playlist, like three or
Ooh.
four songs for your DJ set, what three or four songs are you gonna put on that playlist?
Well, I'll try to keep it with the spirit of doing it at college. It was an indie station, so we couldn't play anything on the charts, right? So at the
Mhm.
time, um, people like Chance the Rapper, who he hadn't made it yet. So anything from the Acid Rap mixtape. Who else? Who else? Run the Jewels. We played a lot of them. Killer Mike, and
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, we played them. Trying to think of somebody else. Uh, that we would know now. I can't remember, but I remember those two names sticking out and hoping that they would get big, and lo and behold, they did. So that's really cool to see that progression, to see that growth. But yeah, I want to keep it indie.
You had me at the Acid mixtape, and then you
Yeah.
said Run the Jewels. Once you said Run the Jewels,
I played a lot of Run the Jewels. I don't know if I think we're around the same age, so a lot of like Chitty Bang was on a lot of our
Yeah.
like indie hip hop, and well, R.I.P. Chitty Bang. I don't think they're making music anymore, but shit like that.
There's one more, but I don't know if I can say her name on here. Is this like a? Can we curse or whatever? Can we say
Yeah.
whatever on here? Okay.
yeah.
Jungle Pussy. I don't know if y'all have heard of her, but she we played her music, and we would have to announce her. And I just remember being a rookie in the station, thinking like, "Can we say
Can we
this
say
on the air?" Like,
this?
so that always stuck with me.
Yo, so funny story. I went to Atlanta to a party, and this is how I was introduced to Jungle Pussy. So they was like, "Yo, we about to go and see Jungle Pussy." Me not knowing who this person was, I'm like, excuse me, what's
Yes.
going on? They was like, Jungle Pussy. I'm like, that's just how we gonna disrespect the
Yeah.
women out here today. They was like, no, it's an artist. I'm like, oh, I'm so
And
sorry.
they wrong for that, because she was an indie artist. They should have known that you weren't going to. They play too much.
I was like, dang, Jungle, okay. But that was hilarious for me. So, Susan having an issue, but we was on our
Uh-oh.
last spot. So what we call this is our put yourself over moment. This is where you
Yeah.
let our people know your social media, ways they can contact you, ways they can support you. If you got t-shirts or stickers, anything you selling, anything you got coming up, we just want you to put yourself over.
Mhm. So all social media, I'm AC Mack. It's either AC dash Mac or AC underscore Mac. And that's on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, PSN if you're a gamer, Facebook, all of that. I sell shirts, or merch, I should say, on Pro Wrestling Tees and whatamaneuver.net. Type both of those in /AC Mac. Pro Wrestling Tees, I'll be submitting a new design to them very, very soon, actually, something that has something to do with the championship belt. So look out for a new shirt coming out. But yeah, that's where you can find me. I'm keeping it consistent. It's AC Mac all down the line.
He gave you all the links as always. If you're watching this, go right into the bottom in the description. Every link he just said, you can click on it in the bottom to go straight to it to check out and support our champion, Mr. AC
Yeah.
Mack. Well, I'm happy we was able to do this because I've been saying we got to talk to more champions. I've talked to Trey
Yeah.
Fedor. I talked to the Pan African. I talked to that champion. I've talked to the Chocolate City champion. Now I got I talked to the Black Wrestlers Matters champion.
Yes.
Now I got
From man.
Jossie. Have you two? We'll talk
Nope.
about that offline.
Nope. But I want
Okay.
to. Nope.
Okay.
But I want to.
I just feel like a back and forth with you two on the mic Oh my goodness, it's money. Um, you hear y'all here? Okay. But man, let's get out of here before I give up too much info that we don't need to give up. I'm Trey D. Suzette, thank you for joining us. Nicole, thank you for joining us. Always listen to Nicole on Down for the Count, and you catch her on the We Love Wrestling platform. Suzette joined us, but this Friday, March 18th, in Greensboro, North Carolina. Doors are at 6 p.m.
Greensboro.
Showtime at Greensboro. Showtime at 7 p.m. Hit Club Pro with
Yes.
many other independent stars. In this one, Mr. AC Mack will be facing Mr. AJ Gray in a match that I need to see. A match
It's going to be a hard-hitting match.
That's what we like to do. But go buy tickets if you're in the area.
Excited.
Tell your friends if they in the area to get there. And right here, Mr. AC Mack, if you ever want to see him defend his championship, make sure you're in the South.
Make sure you're in the South.
He did. I didn't really want to talk about his defense that he did up north because he beat one of my favorite people. But he did defend it
But
up
we
there.
got some good out of it, though. We brought uncharted territory down. We had to do that. We had to get a little ugly to get a little pretty. So
I might end up driving. Well, yeah, I will be at one of them. Are all the tickets for the summer online for sale?
yeah,
right
you
now?
can. Yeah, you can buy them individually, or you can buy like all in bulk.
I'm gonna put the link for that on there because people, y'all need to get to Uncharted Territories because we've been watching them on IWTV. It's good, but it's in the South. Need to get there if you're in the area. But I'm Trey D. Like I said, thank everybody for being on here joining us. If y'all don't know AC Mack, please go put in AC Mack versus. Listen to the beginning of the match, his whole spiel, his greatness. Watch the match. Watch him beat people up. Do everything you can. Just support our Black World Champion because he is our champion. Let me get out of here though. But like I said, I'm Trey D, and like I always say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's too sweet for the culture.
Appreciate y'all.
I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we. You're not here, you missing out. Is this show?